we are going to say that this measurement right here for an angle is at 0 degrees. And if we go up here, anybody want to guess what that measurement would be?
90.
Good, 90 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry. They give you the homework?
Yeah.
Well, and then what about over on the side? 180 degrees. And then down at the bottom, 270 degrees. And then finally, once around will be 360 degrees. Are you okay with that? When I see things get divided up here, I tend to think of pizza. I really like pizza, especially Canadian bacon with some really smooth mozzarella on top. It's kind of my thing, okay?
But not pineapple.
And when people, no, pineapple has no place on pizza.
Okay, thank you.
Wrong.
Jackson, shut your mouth.
Wrong.
It's good. It's
Wow.
Pineapple's a good fruit, but it's not.
I guess everybody's allowed to have an opinion. I mean, some people think classical music is good, so, you know.
Yeah, but some people's opinion is worse.
How is classical music not good? What?
It's
When's the last time you flipped on your Spotify and you had classical music
But
playing?
when's the last time you heard anybody be like, Beethoven? That guy sucked, bro. That guy was awful. I hate.
You make a really good point. Beethoven is excellent, and there are certain aspects of classical music that are great, but they need to be found in their appropriate place. Which would be like if you're studying for a test.
not when you're driving in your car.
Just like,
Well, then why would you play it in your car?
just like pineapple is great if you're like having breakfast, but it has no place on the pizza. So,
Unless you like classical music in different circumstances.
what about classical music with pineapple?
Now you got something. Now you got something.
So I think of pizza, and my kids ask me to make pizza, like, Dad, how many slices do you want? Okay, and I usually like 2 slices, 3 slices, 4 slices, whatever. But now I start to answer, like, I give you 90 degrees, right? Or if it's my daughter, I'm like, give me 360. Then she's got to make another pizza for just herself. You know what I mean? I want to start answering degrees for my kids instead of number of slices. But what if you found out? Okay, we got a pineapple Canadian bacon pizza going for Jackson. You say, Jackson, I got a pineapple Canadian bacon slice. You say, how big is it? I said, you get 1 degree, Jackson. How you feeling about 1 degree of a pizza? Yeah, he's saying that's pretty tough, right? Because 1 degree, that's 1/360th of the circle. Like, that's how you understand 1 degree. It's 1/360th. So people might wonder, what is 1 radian? Well, the root word for radian is none other than radius. So in order to understand a radian, you need to understand a radius. What is a radius?
Half.
It is the distance from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle. I'll label it R, and I'll draw it right there. That is my radius. I'm going to now make a statement about what a radian is. Try to follow along, but don't be surprised if you're confused by the end. 1 radian is the angle formed when the arc that intercepts the angle has the same measurement as the radius. Everybody agree we don't quite fully get that?
I have no idea what you just said.
So now I'm going to try to show you what that means. There's my arc length. Is that arc length longer, shorter, or the same length as my radius?
Shorter.
Does everybody agree it's shorter? Good. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to try another one. Longer, shorter, or same?
Totally longer.
Everybody agree that's ridiculously longer. So that's more than 1 radian, and the other one is less than 1 radian. So I need a volunteer. Who's going to be a volunteer here? All right, Keaton, you tell me when to stop drawing the arc. We're going to give you 3 shots at it, and you can even ask for help.
Stop.
What do you guys think? Is the red longer or shorter or the same as the blue? What do you guys all think? Give us some
Oh,
feedback.
that's longer, Keith.
I
Come
can't
on,
tell.
bud. Come on.
He went over the line a little bit. I'm thinking it's
I
longer.
can't tell.
I think even line 2 line is longer.
Yeah.
All right. So Keaton, we're gonna give you another shot here. I will tell you that is definitely longer.
Alright, you got this. Keith.
Alright.
I think it's no. I think it's like 3/4.
Stop.
Nah, that's longer.
That's longer.
Longer?
That's longer. I
Longer.
think so too. I think.
Yep, it is definitely still longer.
Do half.
Half?
Half.
Dude, I don't think. I think
It's half, Jack. Shut up.
Dude. I'm sorry.
Stop.
Yeah.
Shorter.
That is too
That's
short. though.
shorter.
Nah.
That is definitely too short.
Against your line.
It's
Straighten it out. Put it right on.
That's
That's still longer. Wait, we'll tell you when to stop. Stop.
No.
A little bit more.
That's pretty close.
That's right about perfect. Okay,
What?
that is. Okay, that
That's
is.
crazy.
So what it turns out is that this angle measure formed right there, because that also is the length of r, that is equal to 1 radian. The variable that we use to express angle measurement is theta. Theta looks like this. It's the Greek letter for th, theta. It's like a circle with a line through it, okay? And theta in this case is equal to 1 radian. How many radians do you think fit in a whole circle?
8.
Yeah, 8,
7.
6,
7.
7.5.
7.5.
7 for sure. 6.5.
6 is the closest, but it's not 6. So I'm going to show you here. That'll be a second radian.
That seems a little bigger.
That'll be a third radian.
Yeah, 6.23. 6.74.
Alright, you gotta stop saying numbers with 6.
That'll be 4. That'll be 5.
6.56.
That'll be 6.
6.56.
It's a little bit more than 6. That doesn't kind of bother you. It's like, why can't it just be a nice number?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that if you think about it, 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. And we do have a conversion for degrees to radians. So 180 degrees is equal to how many radians? Well, this is the moment where you're going to think, oh, wow, I now know what he's talking about. Look at this spot right here. That's 180 degrees. How many radians fit in 180 degrees? 3.14.
So it's
That's
6.2.
Pi.
Wow. Wow.
180 degrees is equal to pi radians. And so 360 degrees is equal to 6.28 or 2 pi radians. Okay? And that is the conversion. 180 degrees, pi radians. 180 degrees, pi radians.
Whoa!
You remember that?
Here's how we convert, okay? We're just going to do 2 example problems and be done. If you want to convert from degrees to radians, you take the angle and you multiply by pi and you divide by 180.
What's that?
Zero thing?
Theta. So here's your example. Suppose you wanted to convert 100 degrees into radians. You would take 100, you would multiply it by pi, and you would divide it by 180. What are 100 and 180 both divisible by? 2, 10, 20. Let's divide by 10 right away. And notice we divide by 10, we get 10 pi over 18. And then 10 and 18 are both divisible by 2. So I get 5 pi over 9. So it turns out that 100 degrees is the same thing as 5 pi over 9. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a conversion process we'll work on tomorrow. Suppose you have a radian and you want to turn it into a degree. Here's what you do. You take theta and you multiply it by 180 and you divide it by pi. So you just flip it. I'll give you that formula on the test. So suppose I have a radian measurement. Suppose my radian measurement is 3 pi over 18. And I'm wondering, how many degrees is that? Not a big deal. All we do is we multiply by 180 and we divide by pi. As I simplify that, what happens to the pi's? They cancel. What's 180 divided by 18? 10. So you get 3 times 10, which is 30 degrees. Okay? 3 pi over 18 is the same as 30 degrees. So this is what we'll practice tomorrow. This is the longer class because, again, it's 4th hour. But, one thing I need from you guys is this. I'm really hoping that each and every one of you will be able to secure a calculator. It would be, I'm going to tell you right now that the calculations that we did first semester, it's not that big of a deal if you're sitting in class and you are using your phone for a calculator. But I will tell you that when we're doing the trig stuff, it's going to be a lot easier if you just get yourself a calculator. What I would prefer, you get whatever calculator you want, but what I would prefer is that you come up with a calculator like this. If you've got a graphing calculator, great. But if you don't have a graphing calculator, this is a $12 calculator from Wally World. Okay, it's a Texas Instruments one. The Texas Instruments ones are very helpful. Okay, very helpful for the team. All right, that's it. You guys can visit the rest of the hour. Be ready for your assignment tomorrow. Hi.
Go back up.
What?